Hello students, hope everyone is fine. Now last class we discussed about the Cartesian product of two sets. Like I have taken the example, I copied same from the last class. Let P is the set of consisting of the elements 1, 2, 3, 4 and Q is the set consisting of elements A, B, C. Then the Cartesian product of P and Q is represented by P cross Q. And we get the element as 1a, 1b, 1c, 2a, 2b, 2c, 3a, 3b, 3c, 4a, 4b, 4c. And this is what we discussed the Cartesian product. And we have drawn the diagram of also how this Cartesian product looks like with the help of the diagram. Now what we do is we take some subsets of this P cross Q, some of the elements, and we know what is the subset definition. So my first subset is A is the first subset. How I consider? I follow certain rules and regulations to consider the subset. You can take for example 1 comma A, 1 comma B, 1 comma C. That is also subset of P cross Q. If I take 1 comma A and 3 comma C, that is also subset of P cross Q. So A is also a subset of P cross Q. What are the elements of A? X comma Y, the elements as in the form of X comma Y, because A is a subset of P cross Q. I know elements of P cross Q are order pairs. So A also will have an order pairs only. But what is the condition to select? X belongs to P, that means X is an element of P, and Y is an element of Q, and Y is a vowel. Okay, so X can be all the elements of P, X belongs to P, but Y is an element of vowel. So you see the representation of the set. X belongs to P means the elements of P are 1, 2, 3, 4, and Y is an element of Q, and Y must be an vowel. In A, B, C, what are the vowels we have? Only A is the vowel. So that's why 1A, the combination, then 2A, then 3A, and then 4A. Can I say these are all the elements of P cross Q? Each and every element, 1 comma A, here it is 1 comma A, then second element is 2 comma A, so here it is 2 comma A, then third element is 3 comma A, so here it is 3 comma A, and the last element is 4 comma A, and here it is 4 comma A. So every element of A is an element of P cross Q. So I can say A is a subset of P cross Q. Okay, A is a subset of P cross Q. But I did not consider the element as anything anyway, but I applied the condition that X comma Y such that X is an element of P and Y is an element of Q, and there is a condition on Y must be a vowel. Now if I represent the diagrammatic way of this set A, so this one, first I take A is 1, 2, 3, 4, set P, and Q has A, B, C. Now how the elements A are mapping? 1 is mapping with A, 2 is mapping with A, 3 is mapping with A, and 4 is also mapping with A. Okay, so even A is a subset of P cross Q. So here I am defining this subset with the help of set P and set Q only. So here mapping will give me all the elements are mapping to vowels only. Whether you write this way or whether you represent with the help of diagram, both are okay. Okay. Now second set I'll go for B. Now how I am defining B? B is also a subset of P cross Q. Let's see. X comma Y such that X is an element of P and Y is an element of Q and Y is a consonant. That means elements of P will map with only the consonants. Those are the elements of Q. So you can see the set representation of B if I want to write the elements in the expanded form. That is 1 comma B, 1 comma C. I cannot take 1 comma A because A is a vowel. then 2 comma B, 2 comma C, 3 comma B, 3 comma C, 4 comma B, 4 comma C. If you want to check, all these elements are the elements of P cross Q. If I exclude this 1 comma A, 2 comma A, 3 comma A and 4 comma A, if I exclude these 4 numbers, rest all the numbers are the elements, rest all the elements are the elements of our set B. So hence I can say B is also a subset of P cross Q. And you can see the diagrammatic representation of B. 1B, 1C. So from 1 I have drawn the line to B, and from 1 I have drawn the line to C. Then you have 2B, 2C, then 3B, 3C, then 4B and 4C. So even looking at the diagrammatic representation, you can say the elements are mapping to consonant elements. So that is the relation from P to Q. How the elements are mapping here? Every element of P is mapping with the consonants of Q. Okay. In the previous question, my relation is every element of P is mapping to Q, which are vowels. So that is the relation from P to Q. Okay. Now I'll take the another subset. For example, there is a sum relation which will give me the elements as 1A, 2B, 3C, 4A. Okay. So here I'm not sure what is the relation, but I consider there must be some relation which give the elements as 1A, 2B, 3C and 4A. And if I represent the diagrammatical way, 1 is mapping with A, 2 is mapping with B, 3 is mapping with 3, C, and 4 is mapping with A because it is given 4A. So 4 will map with A. So this is the diagrammatic representation of C. For example, here in all these examples, if you observe, every element of P has some connection with Q. Here also every element of P, 1, 2, 3, 4 has a connection with some element of Q. And even here also every element of P has some connection with Q, the elements of Q. And here also every element of P has some connection with element of Q. So here P, every element has some connection in A set, B set and C set. But it's not the same for C, Q element, Q set. See in Q, here A only has mapping with some elements of P, and B and C has no mapping. And if I come here, B and C has a mapping with the elements of P, and Q, A is the element of Q which has no mapping with elements of P. Okay. And here C, here each and every element of Q has a mapping with one or more elements of P. Okay, it may like A has mapping from 2 elements, 1 and 4, and B has only one mapping from 2, and C has only one mapping from 3. Okay, now I can say A is the image of 1 and A is the image of 4, and I can say here B is the image of 2 and C is the image of 3. Understood? And here also B is the image of 1, 2, 3 and 4 because every element is mapping with B. And C is also an image of 1, 2, 3, 4 where the line from 1 the line is going to B and the line is going to C. So B and C both are the image of 1, and B and C both are the image of 2, B and C both are the image of 3, and B and C both are the image of 4. So if you observe this question, one element have more images, like one has B and C as image. Okay. And in set Q, there are some elements which has no mapping at all. And here in this example, I have A has more mapping with more elements, and B and C has only one element mapping from Q. Okay. Now go for the set D. I have taken x comma y such that x belongs to P and x is the even number, y belongs to Q and y is a vowel. Now how I am getting the relation from P to Q? First, x is an element of P and x is the even number, right? So here even numbers are 2 and 4. To whom they are mapping with the elements of Q, which are vowel. Here the vowel number is only A. So 2 is mapping with A and 4 is also mapping with A. So if you observe this diagrammatic representation, there are some elements in P like 1 and 3 has no mapping with any elements of Q, and here in set Q there is an element of A which has mapping with two elements of P, and B and C has no mapping. Okay, so in all these examples, A, B, C, D, on all these examples we have different types. One is every element is mapping with only one element, and B and C has no element mapping. Here one element has two mappings. One is mapping with B, one is mapping with C, like 4 is mapping with B, 4 is mapping with C. Then here we have certain elements have mapping with two elements, and certain elements have mapping with only one element. And here in P itself, certain elements has no mapping. Even in Q also has no mapping with the elements of P. Okay. So these all conditions we'll discuss maybe in the next class when we define the function. Okay. So a relation is a subset of a Cartesian product of two sets. So here we have the definition. A relation R from a non-empty set A to another non-empty set B. So here I have taken P and Q. They are defined with A and B. So both are non-empty sets. Is a subset of the Cartesian product of A cross B. If you have two sets A and B, first you find the cross product. Okay, you will get certain number of elements in that cross product, and you consider any subset of A cross B, that will be a relation. Okay, so a relation is a subset of the cross product of two sets. The subset is derived by describing a relation between the first element and the second element of the ordered pairs in A cross B. The second element is called the image of the first element. That means when you are considering the set, a relation, like here the relation is x is an element of P, y is an element of Q, and y must be a consonant. So all the elements of x will match to the consonants of the set Q, that is the relation. And in the first question, the relation is vowel. All the elements of P will map with the elements of Q, which are vowel only. So here you can say maybe the relation is vowel, and here you can say the relation is consonant. And third example, there is some relation. I am not sure what is the relation, but this is a subset of a Cartesian product P cross Q, right? So if it is a subset, then it must be a relation. At certain times we might not know what is the relation. Okay, so here I given only the element. This is called the roster form, and that is called the set builder form. In the set builder form, it will be clearly mentioned what is the relation, but in set builder form we don't know what is the exact relation, but we know what are the elements are there in the relation. So that is the definition 2. Now definition 3, the set of all first elements of the ordered pairs in a relation from a set A to the set B is called a domain. And the definition 4, the set of all second elements in a relation R from a set A to the set B is called the range of the relation R. The whole set B is called the codomain of the relation R, and denoted with range is a subset of codomain. Let's understand what is domain, codomain, and range. Here I mentioned domain is from the set P. Okay, I cannot say all the elements of P or domain belongs to domain. Domain are those elements consist of those elements which are having the map with the elements of Q. There must be a mapping element. So here 1 is a mapping with A, 2 is a mapping, 3 is mapping, 4 is mapping. So domain consists of 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. If any element of P has no mapping, then that element will not include in domain. Okay. Domain is a subset of P, or it may be same as P. Okay, domain is a subset of P, or it can be same as P. I have to consider the elements of P which all are having the mapping with the elements of Q. Your codomain is the set Q. Whatever the elements set Q has, that will be a codomain. So set Q has the elements A, B, C. So codomain, it does not matter whether the element is mapped or not. Here A is mapped, B is not mapped, C is not mapped, but I don't care. But all the elements of Q which belongs to a codomain. Okay. If there are 10 elements, whether all the 10 elements has a mapping or not doesn't matter, but all the elements of Q will belongs to codomain. Now range is also a subset of Q, but range consists of only those elements which are mapped. For example, here A is mapped, B and C are not mapped, right? So range consists only one element, which is A. I hope it is clear the difference of domain, codomain, and range. There will be 4 more questions based on this. By the end of this chapter, we will discuss what are those questions, how to find domain, codomain, range. Okay. Now move to the second diagram. If you don't want to do it by diagram, you see this set. Okay, all the elements are written. You take all the first elements. Here the first element means 1 is the first element, then 2 is the first element, 3 is the first element, and 4 is the first element. So in the domain you will have 1, 2, 3, 4. So here I am writing domain without looking at the diagram. Just I am looking at this part. All the x values, whatever the x values belongs to this set, all those x values will become domain. And range is all the elements of Q. The range element. Here is the range. Range consists all the second elements of this here. What are the second element? B, C, B, C, B, C, B, C. So range consists only B, comma C. Okay. So if you want to go by diagrammatic way, you see what are the elements are mapping. What are the elements have the mapping with elements of Q. All those elements belongs to domain. And here whatever the elements will belong, every element you consider in the codomain A, B, and C. And range is what are the elements are having the map with the elements of P. So B has a mapping, C has a mapping. So B and C belongs to a range. So can I say range is a subset of codomain? Yes, range is a subset of codomain. Every time your range will be a subset of codomain, and domain is a subset of you can say range is a subset of codomain, which is same as Q. So range is a subset of Q and domain is a subset of P. Sometimes your domain is same as P and your range is also same as Q. So how it is possible? Take the third example, then here you'll understand. Domain means the first element 1, 2, 3, or 4. If you go by the set representation, if you go by the diagrammatic, 1 is mapping, 2 is have a mapping, 3, 4, each and every element has a mapping. Your domain will be 1, 2, 3, and 4. Your codomain is all the elements of Q, which is A, B, and C. Your range is those elements which have the mapping from P. A has a mapping from P, B has a mapping from P, and C has a mapping from P. Your range will be A, B, and C. Here you see your codomain and range both are same. Okay, so there are certain examples where you can say codomain and range is same. Then also a set is itself a subset. If you remember the definition, a set can be subset by itself. Even empty set is also subset. So that's why I can say range is a subset of codomain, but you cannot say codomain is a subset of range, because in this example codomain has A, B, C. The range has only B and C. So codomain cannot be the subset of range, but range can be a subset of codomain. Okay, so be careful. And here also domain may be same as P, or domain can be a subset of P. I think in the first example your domain and P set are same. Second example, domain and P is also same. Third example, domain and P is also same. Let me go to the fourth. In the fourth example, your domain is just 2, 4. Okay, because only these two elements have the images. Okay, are getting mapped by the elements of Q. Now here I can say domain is a subset of P. We have seen the domain is a subset of P. This is the example where 2, 4 belongs to domain and P has 1, 2, 3, 4. That means domain is a subset of P. And in all the above examples, A, B, C, domain and set P both are same. And in this example, we have seen codomain is same as range. And the above example, we have seen a range is a subset of codomain. Even the last example also, what is the codomain here? A, B, and C. And here the range is just A, because A only is getting mapped. B and C has no mapping from P, so hence they will not be in the domain. Hope here we discussed about a relation. What is a relation? A relation is a subset of the cross product of two non-empty sets A and B, or P and Q. It must be a subset. Okay. So when I say it must be a subset, I know empty set is a subset of any set, right? So empty set is also a subset of P cross Q. Okay, so empty set might be, so you can define an empty relation also. Empty relation means the elements in that relation, the number of elements in that relation is 0. There will be no elements. That's called an empty relation. Okay, so we discussed some definitions. First, definition 2 is the definition of a relation. Definition 3 is the definition for domain, and definition 4 is the definition for range or codomain. Now there are two remarks. A relation may be represented algebraically either by the roster method or by the set builder form. Okay, both the methods you can represent. Here we have done. This is one method, this is second method, or this will be third method. Roster form, set builder form, then diagrammatic representation. So 3 ways you can represent a relation. So second point is an arrow diagram is a visual representation of a relation. So arrow diagram is, these are the arrow diagrams. So this is the visualization of a relation. How do you visualize it? Okay. Now let's take one example. Let A has the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the relation is defined from A to A. In all the previous examples, I have taken P set and Q set. So both P and Q has a different element. So you can define on the same set, and that is here R is a relation from A to A. So first set is also A and second set is also A, and both sets will have the same elements. Like A has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So as I said, relation is from R to R. So this is how you write R is a relation from A to A. So here this A has elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and here also A has elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is the relation is given? R equals to x comma y order pair such that y is equals to x plus 1. So this is the given relation. Here it is they are given x comma y such that y equals to x plus 1. That means y you will get by adding 1 to corresponding x value. Here both x and y both are the elements of A only, because first elements will coming from the first set, second element will come from the second set. Here both the sets are given as A only. So that's why x is also an element of A and y is also an element of B. Okay. So let me take x is an element of A. That means x value can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. If x is 1, what would be the y value? If x is 1, if we substitute here 1 plus 1, so y value is 2. If x is 2, y value is 2 plus 1, that is 3. If x is 3, 3 plus 1, which will be 4. If x is 4, 4 plus 1, y is 5. If x is 5, 5 plus 1, 6. If x is 6, what do you get? 6 plus 1, 7. But do you think y value is 7? If 7 is an element of A, because A has the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 only. If you want to write 7 here, no problem. Y value is 7. But yeah. Now if I want to represent this in the diagrammatic way, my first point is 1, 2, x is 1, y is 2. Then second point is 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6. I cannot write 6, 7 because 7 is not an element of A. Okay. While finding, you can find. So this is the diagrammatic way. Set A first in place. Here also first set is A and second set is also A. What are the elements of A? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here also the elements of A are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because both the sets are same, so the elements is also same. Now here 1 is mapping with 2, x equals to 1, then y is 2. So that's why this line I have taken 1 is mapping with 2. And here 2 is mapping with 3 because if x equals to 2, y equals to 3. X equals to 3, y equals to 4. So 3 is mapping with 4. Then 4 is mapping with 5. Then 5 is mapping with 6. 5 is mapping with 6. And here 6 has to be mapping with 7. I have 6 here, but this set has no element with 7. 7 is not element of A. So 6 won't map with 7. Don't add here 7, okay? By just entering 7, don't add it. Because 7 is not an element of, yeah, don't add and put the line from 6 to 7. If you add it, that means you are considering that 7 is an element of A, which is wrong, because the question is given A has only elements from 1 to 6. Understood? So don't add the 7 then map it 6 to 7, that will be wrong. Now what is my domain here? Domain means what are the elements have the mapping. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 has the elements. So domain will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, don't add 6 because 6 has no mapping. What is codomain? Codomain is consists of all the elements from the second set. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6. What is the range? Range from here, what are the elements which are mapped? 1 is not mapped, so I cannot keep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so this is how you'll get it. The question is given. What is the question? Is depict this relation using an arrow diagram. So I represented this with the arrow diagram. Okay, this entire thing is the arrow diagram, the highlighted one. Now second one is write down the domain, codomain, and range. So I have written the domain, codomain, and range. So now what you have to do is go to exercise 2.2. Here plenty of the questions are 10. I think 9 questions are given. Try to solve them. Now for example here, let me take the first example and read for you. X comma y. So only those elements belongs to x comma y such that 3x minus y equals to 0 where x comma y both then. Now I have to consider x and y values which satisfy this condition. For example, if I take x is 1, what should be y value so that the subtraction will come 0. If x is 1, y has to be 3. So 3 minus 3 will be 0. So first point in the relation is 1 comma 3. If x is 2, 2 3 is 6. So y value has to be 6. So second point is 2 comma 6. If x is 3, 3 3 is 9. So y is also 9. So third point is 3 comma 9. If I take x is 4, 3 4 is 12. 12 minus 12, 0. If I take x is 5, 3 5 is 15. Y value has to be 15. Do you think 15 has an element of A? A has only elements up to 14. So that's why x cannot be 5 because y cannot be 15. X and y both belongs to A only, right? So that means y value also maximum it can be 14. It cannot be more than 14. So what are the points will be there in the relation? 1 3, 2 6, 3 9, 4 12. That's it. There will be 4 elements. Okay. So try to solve it. Here also x comma y such that y equals to x plus 5. This is the relation y equals to x plus 5. X is a natural number less than 4. If x is a natural number less than 4, so what are the possible values of x? 1, 2, 3. Right? 1, 2, 3. So if it is 1, 2, 3, what are the corresponding values of y? If x is 1, y is 6. If x is 2, y is 7. If x is 3, y is 8. So if you want, I'll show you the diagrammatic representation of this one as a rough work. Let me take the shape. Okay. Let me change the color because you cannot see the numbers if I don't change the color. Let me put this also somewhat. I want to increase the style. Yes. I change this color also, maybe something. Yeah, text. See, let me go to the question one. In this question, the relation is x and y both are the elements of n. N means natural numbers. A relation R on the set of natural number, set n of natural numbers. Okay, so R is defined on the natural numbers. So if R is defined on the natural number means you know the natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it will go dot dot. Okay, these are the elements will keep on going on. And here we have add text. Let me here also change the remove the space. And here if I come, 7, 8, 9, 10, dot, dot. It will go on. It's not showing any element time. So let me. Okay. Let me further simplify it. Okay. So these are the elements. Now, what is the conditions on x and y? What are the elements are mapping? X is a natural number which is less than 4. So, what are the natural numbers less than 4? 1, 2, 3. So, possible values of x is, let me write here. Here it is given x values possible is 1, 2, 3. Even though the sets are given here natural number to natural number, this is natural number, this is also natural number. So set is defined from on the natural number. So that's why in both the circles I'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to infinity. Here also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till 10 and infinity. I'll go till infinity because n to n has the infinite number. But x and y values are fixed. X value is a natural number less than 4. So the natural numbers which are less than 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what else is given? Y equals to x plus 5. That's right. Y equals to x plus 5. That is the relation is given. So what are the possible values of y if I go and find? If x is 1, or if you want, let me put in the set builder form. If x is 1, can you tell me what is the y value? Y value will be 6. Am I right? Then if x is 2, then my possible value is 2 plus 5, 7. Okay. Then if x is 3, my possible value of y is 8. 3 plus 5, 8. That's it. I cannot go any further because x value is 1, x value is 2, and x value is 3. So x value is only 3 values are possible because it is less than 4, and y value corresponding to the 3 values of x, then I'll get corresponding 3 values of y. Now let's try to map it. One is mapping with 6. One is mapping with 6. Then 2 is mapping with 7. 2 maps with 7. Okay. Then you have 3 maps with 8. 3 maps with 8. Okay. That's it. Nothing to do. Now here domain is 1, 2, 3. Core domain is all the natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till infinity, and range is 6, 7, 8. Okay. So this is how you have to solve. First you have to check on each and every question. For example, here A to A is defined. So you have to draw the two circles with A. First circle is A, second circle is A, and in both the circles you have to write the numbers from 1 to 14. Second circle also you have to write from 1 to 14. Okay, then you have to map what are the elements are there in the relation. And the third question, here A set is given as 1, 2, 3, 5. B set is given as 4, 6, 9. The relation is given A and B. What is the relation? The difference between x and y is odd. When I say difference between x and y, you can take x minus y or y minus x, but it has to be a odd number. Okay, like 4 minus 1 is an odd number, so 4 comma 1 belongs to the set. And then I'll go for 4 minus 2. 4 minus 2 is a even number, so I cannot take 4 minus 3, 1. So that means 4 comma 3 belongs to, sorry, it is from A to B, right? So I have to take 1 minus 4, even number, odd number, minus 3, then 1 minus 6, then 1 minus 9. Okay, then 2 minus 4, 2 minus 6, 2 minus, you have to subtract every element of A with every element of B. The subtraction, whichever is giving odd numbers, you consider that pair is an element of a relation. If the subtraction is coming even number, then don't consider that is an element of a relation. So here also, like this you try, all the questions are easy only. Okay, like here they are given, write the relation R such that x comma x cube, x is a prime number less than 10. So what are the prime numbers less than 10? 2. So here 2 comma 2 cube. 2 cube is 8. So first number is 2 comma 8 in a relation. Then next prime number is 3. 3 comma 3 cube. That is 3 comma 27. Then next prime number is 5. So 5 comma 5 cube is 125. 5 comma 125. Then next prime number is 7. 7 comma 7 cube. 7 cube is 343. So 7 comma 343. Any other prime number less than 10? No. Only 2, 3, 5, 7. So 2 comma 8, 3 comma 27, 5 comma 125, and 7 comma 343. So these are the elements of a relation. So like that, try to solve this question. Then next topic we have is function. So here main thing you have to understand in this class or from this class, how the numbers are mapping. Observe the diagrams carefully. Okay, what type of mappings we have done, and what is domain, what is codomain, what is range. These definitions has to be clear. Okay, if the set is given, like this relations is given, then how to get the elements of domain, codomain, and range. Then next class we will see the definitions of function. Okay, so you complete 1.2 exercise also, and if any doubts, let me know. Thank you. Be safe.